Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. How y'all feeling? No, is today Thursday or today's Wednesday? Today's Thursday. Happy Thursday. How y'all feeling? How you doing? I am in first harvest vibes, her first harvest mode. So if you have not seen my recent reel, I did put a little reel together for the first harvest from my garden that I got to eat from. Fruits of our labor energy. So it's all coming full circle, full cycle. So just in holding space, and we were just talking a little bit about all of the things and tapping into our something wonderfuls and talking about some parenting stuff as parents, as children. It's just so beautiful how organic the space is, and that we're literally just holding space for whoever's there for whatever it is that we need. So it went here and there and everywhere, and we all got exactly what we needed. So grateful for those who came through holding space. And for anyone who would like to join us, check my website, backtonnatural.life, so that you can sign up to get the details for the Zoom to join us Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. I'm grateful that Spirit put this on my heart to just hold space, to literally just have this Zoom room open for whoever it is that wants to trickle in. And every night so far has been beautiful. This is week 2, and I'm grateful. I am truly, truly grateful. So yay, yay, yay. How y'all feeling? How is everyone trickling in doing? It is still mad hot, so I am feeling the heat, but I'm feeling the abundance. I'm feeling the winds of change. I had some intense sessions today and holding space for people and readings and such, and it was cathartic for both. And both in terms of the one-on-one. Whenever I was in the one-on-one with all of the different sessions today, was always very, very cathartic. So I'm grateful, truly grateful to have been chosen and to choose to do this work, because we're chosen, but we don't always actually choose, and heed the call. I ran from it for quite some time, so I'm grateful to be in alignment, to be obedient. The obedience is so key, so key. Backwoods, welcome. Anita, welcome. I see a crown, but I'm not sure what that says, but welcome. Awilda, welcome. Thank you for joining or for popping in, popping out, whatever it may be. I am grateful. I am grateful. So, first harvest energy emoji will be any fruit or vegetable that aligns with an energy of harvest for you. And donation-based speed reads. Grateful for whatever you can share or spare. Hello, Nort. Hello, Backwoods. Hello, Becky. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. First harvest energy. We're going to tap into the alignment of first harvest. Ultimately is planting seeds. You wait, you're patient, faith in knowing that the seed is growing, whether you can see it happening or not, right? That is literally the definition of faith. And then all of a sudden it starts to sprout, and then it's growing and growing some more and some more and some more, until you get to actually pick a fruit of your labor, and you get to actually enjoy this thing that is now edible, that started off as a seed. And when we tap into that metaphorically, we can align it to absolutely anything, and it just gives us more inspiration to keep planting seeds. And even if seeds are not viable and they don't end up growing, because not all seeds are going to grow, not all of them are actually going to come up above the soil, right? I planted a lot of seeds and a lot didn't come up, but the ones that did, still so much to celebrate. And again, it's still the energy of first harvest is about what is starting this energy of harvest and culmination, and that more in store, and all being going up from here. So that's what we're tapping into. Seeing for you, what are some first indicators, some little messages, some signs, some synchronicities to pay attention to in regards to the first of so much abundance that is inevitable, not possible. We're tapping into inevitable. Ashe. Gleb, welcome, welcome. T, what's up, Tiff? Thank you for being in holding space and for being here. Thank you. You such a ride and live, girl. I don't say ride or die. We ain't doing that. Ride and live. You know what I'm saying? DeShannon, welcome. How you doing? Augusto, hello, hello. You made it. You did. ×2. Appreciate you. So appreciate you. So first harvest, any fruit or vegetable emoji in the comments. And I will put you on the list, and I will start with prayer as always, then a collective reading, and then we'll go into the list, and then I will go into the book. Whitney, welcome. Thank you for joining. Grapes for Tiff, word up. I see you, T. I see your grapes. Grapes are super abundant, tapping into a lot of money, 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 money. So I like that. I'm loving that for you, energy. Word up. Dervon, welcome. Whitney, welcome. So let us pray and give thanks to the breath of life. Mother, Father, God, angels, ancestors, Orisha, the forces of nature, divine deities of all traditions and light and love that serve humanity for the highest good of all. Thank you for this abundance, for this energy, for this alignment, for this ability. As I tap into the frequencies of the individuals and the collective in this sacred space this night. Thank you for clear and concise messages. Thank you for overseeing this active divination in light and love. As we tap into first fruits, first harvest, the energy of what is to come based on the signs and synchronicities and subtle examples, first beginnings, the first buddings, the first sprouts of the more in store. We give thanks. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh. Demetrius, welcome. Bukal, welcome. Gra, welcome. Colville Young, welcome. Leah, Queen. Ajanaku, welcome. Janie, welcome. First harvest energy. What are some signs and synchronicities to start to pay attention to for the first little things and glimmers of the so much more? So feel free to put a fruit or vegetable in the comments for your donation-based speed read. Whatever you can share or spare is appreciated. Cash App is at the top. The value of the speed read is $11.11, but again, whatever you can share or spare. But if you share a minimum of $5.55, then you get entered into a draw to win a free reading with me, which is valued at $88 for a 44-minute session. So please do let me know. And I'm grateful. So fruit or vegetable in the comments, and I will tap in for a collective reading right now. Thank you, Janie, for liking the live. Thank you all so much. Heart it up, heart it up. Tap, tap, tap to tap, tap to tap to tap, tap, tap to tap. I used to say that all the time. I miss that. Janie, I see your mango. Word up. Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Thank you for being here and for being and holding space. For those just joining, we do tap in on Zoom every Monday to Friday right before the live at 9 p.m. So if you would like to join us as we hold space for each other, it's a very informal space, cameras on, cameras off. Just come as you are, then definitely tap in. If you check my bio, go into my website and you'll get the Google form to sign up to join us. So you should do that. You should do that. Loves, welcome, welcome. You are here, Lisa. Yay. Blur, welcome. All right, so let's see. First harvest energy for the collective. Some examples, things to pay attention to for the collective that indicates the first signs of the more in store. Dark Love Goddess, welcome. Thank you, Spirit, tapping in for the collective. Ooh, talk about first harvest. Empress energy. Fruit or vegetable, any fruit or vegetable emoji for your reading. Talk about first harvest. This is the seed that is planted. This is the gestation mode. This is the signs and the indication of what is to come. And just again, the signs and the synchronicities of what is ripe and ready. This is a ripe and ready fruit right here. ready to come through, ready to bring in our infinite abundance. The Empress energy is Venus vibrations, taps into our wealth, taps into our relationships, finances across the board. So this is an indication for us collectively in regards to money getting right, like things just like energy being more abundant in this year of the sun, fire horse frequency, Jupiter in Leo, putting yourself more out there. You know, a lot of us are like trying to get more, but we're not doing more. So this energy of first fruits, first harvest, you can't get the harvest unless you planted the seeds. But it's not just planting the seeds, right? This is planting the seed, but if mama doesn't got the water, if mama's not eating the right things and all of the stuff, then the seed ultimately may not grow. So the energy of first harvest comes from like actually doing the work and being very diligent in regards to that. So definitely confirmation here in regards to putting in the effort, putting in the work, planting the seed, making sure that the seed is getting water, the seed is getting sun, all of those things to make sure that what it is that you want to actually see grow and to be ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? This is the energy absolutely of coming labor. It's in the effort, it's in the divine discipline and the consistency in that. And when you are tending to a garden and tapping into seeds, you are the garden, you are the seed. So practice with yourself, practice permission, giving yourself permission. And it is in the effort, it is in the work. If you want more, you got to do more. And then first harvest, and then you get to enjoy it. Ashe, ashe. Of course you come in on this card indeed, Keish. Welcome. I see you, Lisa. I see your tomates. I don't know why they blocked it though, but I'm able to see it, so I put you on there. Any fruit or vegetable, if you would like your fruits, first harvest, fruits of your labor energy, but first harvest. I had my first harvest and made my first farm to table meal, so I posted that. Make sure you see my reel. I did a nice little cute reel. I'm very excited. How you doing, sis? You good? Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that for the hand heart. Thank you, thank you. Yes, check it out. Check it out. I totally freaking had my first harvest, guys. I planted seeds May 16th. It's not even 2 months. It's not even 2 months. And I was like eating zucchini. Then I freaking put a seed in the ground on May 16th. It's like so freaking awesome. So freaking awesome. All right. All right, T, you are up first for the individual reads. Janie, you are on deck. Lisa is third. Let me know if anybody else would like to get on the list. Any fruit or vegetable, we are tapping into first harvest in alignment with my first harvest farm to table meal. So it's an indication of some of the first signs and synchronicities that you're going to start to see to give the alignment and the inevitability of your full harvest, your full abundance, fruits of your labor energy. So, Kyrie, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Pamela, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. So any fruit or vegetable in the comments. Donation base, so whatever you can share or spare. Much appreciated. Value of the reading is $11.11, but if you send a minimum of $5.55, then you get entered into a draw to win a free reading with me. I see you, Keish. You got your kiwi. I got your kiwi. I love kiwis. I got your kiwi. I say. All right. T. First harvest frequency. Let's see. Thank you. Oh, sorry, cards are flying all over. I thought it was a single. Tapping for T, Spirit. Thank you. Got you, T. Sharon Tap. Thank you, Lisa. Ashe, tap, 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 to tap, tap, to tap, to tap, 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 to tap. You ready, T? First harvest energy. And you got the Wheel of Fortune. Now, talking about first, this is an energy of like culmination. So for you to get a card like this when we're tapping into first harvest, it's like, girl, what is the avalanche of abundance that is in store for you, that is solid and fixed with the fixed signs energy in the year of 10, the year of 1. Very, very promising energy here. So you are going to start to see some first indications, some signs and synchronicities of solid foundations and things that are shifting. So ironically, and not ironically, as it's coinciding with what your focus is in terms of housing and feeling comfortable and secure and finding sanctuary and feeling at peace in your space, where you feel safe, but then you also feel like your things are safe, that when you leave, your space is protected, that there's an energy of boundaries absolutely in store for you. Confirmation in regards to that, but you're going to start to see little signs that you might see. Thank you, Spirit. I just realized Spirit's going to give me signs that you guys might see that align with this energy of first harvest. So signs for you that you might see are moving trucks. You're going to start to see moving trucks a lot more, things like that. People will be talking about moving a lot more. Boxes, you might see a lot of boxes on the street that make you say like, oh, that's a clean box. Maybe I should start collecting boxes to start packing my things. Things like that align with the energy of movement, that align with a wheel, things spinning, a new cycle, a new beginning. Again, 10 is literally about new beginnings and new cycles. And that is absolutely being confirmed for you here, for a solid foundation, for a new beginning, for a restart, feeling more anchored and rooted and grounded in this new energy, so that like right now, until it's there, it doesn't even matter. Like for you, you're going to start to get so many signs that you're going to start to feel the way that you are supposed to feel when it happens. But we know that you have to feel it before it happens for it to actually come through and for it to be accelerated. So when you start to see all of those little signs that align with moving, it's going to make you more exciting, and then it's excited, and then it's just going to get the wheel rolling down that much quicker. And the cool thing too, thinking about moving trucks, is the actual wheels, right? That you're going to see wheels, a lot of these big wheels on these big moving trucks is going to be part of, again, that tangible messages and signs and synchronicities that you're going to start to see a lot more of, and make you go, ooh, there's another one. Ooh, there's another one. This is happening. And then it's just going to make it happen that much quicker. So yay. Awesome. Thank you, Spirit. I like that I'm going to get like little signs and things that I'm going to be able to tell you, like tangible things to look out for. Ooh. Yes, you're welcome. Hellavamula. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry if I'm butchering names. Nessa Oneness. Welcome. Jawanza. Welcome. Whoever like a donation-based speed read, you can just put a favorite fruit or vegetable in the comments. And yeah. Ooh, Lisa, did you get Keisha's message? She DM'd you. Check it out. Janie, you're up. You ready? I see you like the live, so you're still here, right? All right, she's gonna check. Word up. Jovi, welcome. Thank you for joining. Tanya, welcome. Southern Girl, hello. All right, Janie's woke. She's ready. Let's see, Janie. First harvest. And signs and synchronicities to look out for what you are manifesting. Page of Cups, manifesting a new alignment in regards to your self-care and self-love. There's going to be a lot of apologies that you're either going to start to get. That's again part of the signs of abundance and things coming in for you. People coming back to try to I shouldn't say try to, because I was going to say try to get in your good graces, because then they might get in your good graces if they come with the right, true, genuine apology. But what I always receive when I look at the fish in the cup is making sure that the apology is not fishy, that there's not something fishy about that, right? If there are relationships that you're not necessarily connected with, and again, it's Mercury retrograde, so a lot of people are going to come back and try to say all kinds of stuff, you want to make sure that it is genuine. And the best way for you to know that is that they return with giving you something, that they're putting you in receiving mode, because it's easy for people to come back to get what they don't have anymore in terms of you, in terms of the dynamic, in terms of how you treated them and all of that stuff. So with any resurgence in terms of energy and dynamic, apology, trying to again get back in your good graces and all of those things, sure, you can decide to be open, unless it was some really crazy shit, but you can decide to be open. But the way that you test it out, for lack of a better word, is to make sure that you get to be in receiving mode. This energy of lean back that's here, that's the frequency that you want to be in your dynamics in general. You don't want to feel like you're on high alert. There's certain relationships or even at work or something that you feel like you're either walking on eggshells, or people just kind of, you feel like they're watching you a little bit. Indeed. So you want to really be in that lean back energy. You want to be comfortable. You want to feel like you are in the flow. A lot of water signs are going to come forward for you. So that way is going to be part of the signs and synchronicities in regards to what is coming. So things even like on screen, watching TV or whatever the case is, water sounds, you're going to be more particularly observant of when it rains, for example, when you're washing dishes, when you're all of the things that have to do with water, you're going to start to pay attention. The sound of the water is going to start to be a lot more prominent for you going forward. All of that is about the flow. It's about the abundance that's coming in. Speak to the water in your body. Speak to the water as you're drinking it. Again, as you're washing dishes in the shop, and you're an Aquarius. Well, there you go. Water bearer energy. So you're going to start to be a lot more aware of water and the flow of things, and how water aligns with money and currency. The fact that water has memory. Speak over your water to bring in that abundance. Self-love, again, the self-care is going to be absolutely quintessential for you, especially with old energies potentially coming forward, so that you're able to be more discerning, to be like, you know what? Yeah, no, I don't need to revisit this. I'm in a healthy space. Like, I know, and beyond that, you're going to be so well taken care of by you that it's going to be impossible for you to accept any less, especially from somebody that's coming back after not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. So that's going to be some of the things. Yeah, thank you. This was my theme this year. Right on. Confirmation. So pay attention to all that, and definitely pour where you're watered. That's what I always say. I'm an Aquarius rising. So I know that we have a tendency, even though, you know, with Aquarius, we love humanity, but we don't like people, right? Sometimes we just like, but what that is, and what I was just sharing and holding space, is that I was been acknowledging, regardless of the relationships that I've experienced, I love how I loved them. And I'm so grateful. And I say that instead of me looking at, oh, wow, why would they do that, and feeling kind of judgmental that they're doing something that I would never do, I instead internalize it and say, thank you, God, for making me how you made me, and that I would never do that. I don't have to make it about them. I just look at myself and I'm grateful for who I am and how I was made. And it just changes the focus, brings you back to yourself. And the vibes go high, and then you're not able to accept no bullshit, because you're like, listen, I know who I am. I know how I love. Like, are you kidding me? You think I'm gonna... No, it's not a thing. You know what I mean? I don't really do yes or no questions on the live. I do separately. So if you want, I can tap in for you. Speed reads are $11.11. And then remote readings are $22.22. I have different tiers for those things that are more private, one-on-one type of things. So yes, if you'd like to touch base for, you know, a specific question and stuff, then definitely DM me, and we'll coordinate. Absolutely. And then one-on-one full readings are $88 for a 44-minute session. So you can tap in however you need. Thanks, Janie. That was for you. Lisa, you are up. And Keish on deck. Y'all here? Y'all still here? I'm so hot in my... oh, you know what? Maybe hold on. I was just saying my fan died, but I can plug it in and I think it'll work even if I just plug it in, even though it's dead. Yes? Yes? Can you guys still hear me even though the fan's on now? There may be a little ambient. Sorry. Oh, good. Because you're up, Lisa. Yay. Cool. Thanks, Steve. Okay. Lisa. First harvest. And you got so many seeds in the ground, yo. It's awesome. Let's see some signs and synchronicities. Thank you. I appreciate you, Lisa. Because it's got to be done. I'd be hot flashing. It's getting better, though. My hot flashes are getting much better. I used to get them more often, more intense, and they've eased up a bit in the past couple of weeks. So I'm grateful for that, especially with this hot Atlanta heat. And I just realized I'm going to New York on Saturday to spend some time with my daughter and a couple meetings and stuff out there. I'm definitely going to need to pack these fans for that train ride. I'm so glad I just remembered that. I should write that down. Okay. Lisa. Fruits of your labor. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man energy, as you can see, it's a frequency of somebody upside down. If you look at it in the card as upside down, then the person is right side up. The energy is very much versatile, regardless of how you look at it, because it's an energy of just looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things from a different angle, from a higher vantage point, better than the different perspective or angle being lower, right? You want to think about the ease, the lean back energy is very much what it is here too, the surrender mode. The energy of the eagle that's here and all of the trees frequency, or eagles, right? It's multiple, exactly three that I'm seeing here, is a frequency of seeing things, again, from a higher perspective. There's a message that's coming through in regards to your children, and you're not like a coddler with them. You're like, not to say even tough love, but you really prepare them. You really give them a very solid balance in regards to how you want to make sure that they are able to take care of themselves. So what just came through, and I don't know if anyone knows, I remember when I first heard about how the eagle teaches its babies to fly, and it's like, oh my God. But you get it at the same time. But what the mommy eagle does is she goes to the highest point that she can go with baby eagle when baby eagle is ready to learn to fly. She takes baby to the highest point, and then she just drops the baby from the highest point of a tree, of a mountain, or whatever the case is. And baby's got to learn to just spread its wings. It's kind of a, like, you're gonna die if you don't figure this out type of shit. It's, talk about tough love, right? And if she notices that baby's not fully ready yet or isn't getting it, she will scoop the baby up. But she takes baby right back up to the same high point and does it again. And she'll do that, but when she does it, every time baby doesn't just figure it out, she plucks a few feathers out of the baby so that the baby now is getting a consequence. If you don't figure this out, what you're feeling right now is going to be a lot worse. Splat is going to be a lot worse than losing a few feathers. And that's the message ultimately. And this is like wilderness and like, you know, how life be life is. So she does that, and that becomes the routine until baby just figures it out and starts to fly. So all of that to say, you have such a beautiful balance in regards to how you lean back and hang back in terms of letting them find their way, but at the same time, making sure that you are giving them the tough love, that you are teaching them, that you are showing up for them in all of the different roundabout ways that you're able to make sure that they are prepared to spread their wings and fly. So you want to make sure, as mommy, doing that and reminding yourself to do that for yourself as much as possible as well, because you are always expanding. Your wingspan is always growing. There's always a higher vantage point, a higher perspective that you want to look at things and let the mama eagle's way of doing things make it okay for you sometimes when you're like, y'all got to figure this out for yourself right now because mommy's doing this. Mommy's taking a bath, right? Whatever it is, y'all got to figure this out. And some of the signs that you're going to see are birds. You might see some eagles. You might start seeing things on TV, National Geographic, whatever it is that align with birds, that align with eagles. Seeing birds perched, birds' nests, things like that are going to be some of the signs that you're going to see to give you that indication of the abundance that's coming. And again, that reminder of looking at things from a higher perspective is going to bring that more in store and that higher tangible to make space for your life and to come into your life. Okay. That's for you, Lisa. You like that? Awesome. Keish, Asheo. You're up, Keish. Anybody else would like a donation-based speed read? Any fruit or vegetable in the comments will get you on the list. We're tapping into first harvest and getting some signs and synchronicities, things to look out for. That is an indication of your abundant harvest that is coming through. Inspired by my first harvest that I did in my garden and had my first farm to table dinner. So I posted a reel. So check out my reel. And Keisha's ready. Ashe. Tapping in for Keisha. Thanks, Spirit. Let me know if anybody else. Keisha so far is the last on the list. Thank you, Spirit. Tapping in for Keisha. Woo! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Your card on the ground. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, when we think about the energy of holding on to things, there are certain things that we hold on to. There's certain things that we have to release. There's certain things that we can hold on to, but not hold on to too tight. This is an indication in regards to anything that has to do with money, matters, earth frequency, all of that. So in your journey, as you're going through right now, especially coming through with the frequency of over this very pivotal area, right? Without me going, I mean, you're sharing it, so I guess I could, whatever, it is what it is. But Spirit is saying that you go into this journey with surrender, with faith, but with a detachment, so that you're not disappointed in case of anything, that you're not too excited even, right? There's a full spectrum of things as we look at that. We want to make sure that the balance is always the focus, because any low isn't good for you, for your womb, for any of that. Any high likewise is not necessarily good for you, for your womb, for any of those things. You want to have a nice, not apathetic or anything like that, but feeling neutral, feeling at ease, at peace, going through the journey. And sometimes there's an energy of feeling a little bit impatient and the wait, and it's like, oh my God, this is taking forever. And it's the same thing like when we plant these seeds, right? You plant seeds, you look at the back of that seed packet and it says 100 days before you can harvest anything. You're like, 100 days. And then next thing you know, you're at 100 days, right? So that's what Spirit wants you to think about that much more as you're going through this journey in particular. Timing is divine. What is for you cannot miss you. Go through it with grace, go through it with gratitude, with the patience, with like literally very much a let it be what it already is, because it's already done. There's so much that's already done, right? And tapping into your heart, your solar plexus, and your sacral chakra, those three in alignment are what you're supposed to be activating, especially because those are the three that are working the most in terms of this incubation, in terms of this growth, in terms of the seed that is, that you're praying for cultivation and praying for germination and ultimately for harvest, just like the card that you came in on, right? That's what it's leading to, and that's again the goal. But you do it with love, you stay in the moment, you have other seeds that you're planting, other things that you're focusing on and all of the things, so that you're not hyper focused or getting obsessed on or any of that stuff with the journey, that you're very much in a flow in regards to that. For you, some symbols that you're going to see, just like you did as soon as you walked in, was pregnancy, seeing, moms, seeing all of the different things, reminders of stuff as you went through in your, with yours, and all of that stuff is going to start to be a lot more visible, a lot more hyper aware. Commercials, picking up a magazine and at the first page that you look at is something about fertility, or all of that stuff. You're going to start to see that more. When you see it, the challenge for you is to receive it as yay, but then release it. So it's like you receive it, get done, thank you, Spirit, and then release it. Don't put too much into it. And that way you get more. And it's better for you to get a plethora of the signs and symbols and synchronicities that you can say, I receive it, thank you, and you move forward, versus getting fewer that you get super too excited about. Because it's, again, Spirit also wants to make sure that you're like whole and that you're healthy, and that you're, again, the energy of balance is so important. Your health in general to be super, super balanced, because it's not just about getting pregnant, it's staying pregnant, it's all of the things, and then afterwards, and a postpartum, all of the stuff that we got to think about as moms. It's like, in many ways, the pregnancy or getting pregnant in some ways is like the easy part, right? When we think about it. But you want to be fully complete and whole on all of the different levels. And again, heart, solar plexus, and sacral chakra is what you want to work on and activate and strengthen the most, because those are the areas. It's how you feel, it's what you're willing, and it's literally the sacral chakra is where you're housing. This is where your womb is. This is where your placenta is. All of the things is very concentrated in those 3 chakras. So that's for you. Yeah, because it already started messing with my emotions. Exactly. You have to detach from it. It's like a giving thanks in advance that timing is divine and that everything is happening for you and not to you, so that you're not too hyper aware of the journey, despite the fact that you are aware and documenting the journey. You know what I mean? Yeah. And just detach, and, it doesn't mean to not have feelings about it, and to not infuse, and not to manifest and materialize and all of the declarations and all of the things that you want to do, but then it's done. And then you focus on the day and what else there is to be done. You know what I mean? So, awesome. That's it. Word up. So Keish was the last on the list. Let me know anybody else, but I will tap into the book. Sorry, guys. Oh, tired today. Today was a very, very wow day. I held space in private sessions. We had holding space right before this, and now I'm here. So, and my first session was at 10 this morning. So I've been like up in reading mode and channeling mode since 10. So it's been a day. Autumn B, welcome. Our message from my book, Sacred Soul Simplified, available everywhere books are sold, including Amazon, for $11.11. So you should get it because it's awesome. And there are journal pages in the back to tap into your soul work and soul inquiry and chakra activations. Let us see our message from Spirit, tapping into first harvest. Mirror work. Mirror work, number 28. I revel at my own reflection. We tend to forget how magical we are as we navigate this mundane matrix. We look up at the stars at night and revel at how wondrous they are, yet we don't recognize our own reflection in them. We are made of star stuff, and it is only when we truly see ourselves the way that we see the stars that we will fully shine. This journey is not about seeking and finding the self. It is about remembering and returning to the self. A powerful way to do that is by looking at our reflection in the mirror first thing in the morning to come face to face with our natural self. A mirror is the only way we can see a clear representation of the self and the soul. The eyes are the windows to the soul, so it is when we take time in front of a mirror to gaze into our own eyes, the way that we gaze at the stars, that we can discover the depths of our destiny. Mirror work is an emotive and cathartic self-love practice where you say affirmations, declarations, and compliments while looking at yourself. Speak freely to remind yourself of all you have accomplished and conquered. Proclaim that you don't look like what you've been through. Congratulate yourself for your perceived wins and be gentle with yourself for your perceived losses. Be proud of everything you think you did right and forgive yourself for everything that you think you did wrong. Take it up a notch by standing naked in front of a full-length mirror and compliment every part of your body. You are perfect, so love the skin you're in and witness the galaxies in your reflection. I love that for us. Soul inquiry, what is your internal self-talk when you see your reflection first thing in the morning? Soul work, stand in front of a mirror and implement any of the suggestions above that resonate with you. Chakra activation, crown Sahasrara, I know, the color purple, 963 hertz, and the crystal amethyst. Mirror work. And when you're in the mirror and you're saying your declarations, whisper them so that you can bypass the conscious mind that's going to say, that's not true. No, you're not. No, you're not. You get through it. You get past it with the whisper and say all of your awesome declarations about how awesome you are and all of the things that you're bringing in, that you're materializing even more than manifesting. All right. Atlanta African Dance. Welcome, welcome. Babalao. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Anyone else? I'm wondering if this is a sign for me to end early. I've got a vocal gig, a singing gig on Saturday with a reggae band that asked me to sit in with them. So I'm excited about that, but I haven't sang, especially on stage and doing like full-on songs and sets since leaving New York in February. So I definitely am in the warm-up phase and kind of retraining my vocal cords and stuff. And as a result, all of the talking that I do, for example, I've been talking since 10 o'clock this morning, that I should probably start to be mindful of that and pace myself. So let's see if there's no more readings, then yeah, maybe I will wrap it up and give my voice a little break so that I can get ready for tomorrow, because we do it again tomorrow, 9 p.m. in holding space, and then 10 p.m. right here. Get some rest. Today has been a day. Got you. You're gonna take a break from live too. I hear that. So yeah, thank you, T. I'm gonna post it and share with people and stuff tomorrow. See who wants to come hang. It's gonna be at a Caribbean restaurant, and yeah, some reggae vibes. Should be fun. Thank you, Babalao. Appreciate it. You be safe as well, and alafia to you. Aboru aboya boshishe. I know, my God. There'll be plenty. I'm telling you, we're gonna be traveling the world together. Like, we're gonna be like, where we going? Where's the retreat, the performance, the whatever? It's gonna be a thing. I'm telling you. It's gonna be a next level thing. I'm telling you. Because we said so. Ashe. Yanzong. Kijo. Ogwato. Ashe. Hello, Tracy. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I may be wrapping up early because I got through all the readings already. Tapped into my book. I got to give you all your cosmic concept, mirror work. So do all of your mirror affirmations, declarations, whisper, in a whisper. And name it, claim it, demand it, command it, decide, declare, decree with no doubt. Lie to you until it becomes true. All of that. Why? Because you said so. Simple. It's just the 3D takes a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? We have to just have the patience. The same thing with planting these seeds, tapping into this first harvest. Y'all gotta check my reel. I have first farm to table. Oh my God. I planted seeds on May 16th and I ate some of those. I ate the food that I planted seeds May 16th. Like, what? It's not even 2 months. Freaking fracking cool, yo. Tammy, welcome. So yeah, check out that reel because I'm a little reel. I posted my little reel. So just know that it takes the time that it takes, you know what I mean? And then when it's there, you're like, God, this totally happened. So feel that now. Feel that, oh my God, this totally happened. And the more you feel it now,
You collapse the timeline and you bring it in. You bring it in. The emotions, the energy in motion brings it for us that much quicker. If you believe, you will receive. It's like quite genuinely a real thing. So that's it then. I'm going to go early. Why not? That's how you receive too. You know what I mean? To like just for yourself to be like, you know what? I'm going to take a little break tonight. Or you know what? I'm going to end a little early tonight. Or you know what? I'm going to take a nap. Or you know what? I'm going to, whatever it is that you decide to just do for you on a whim in that moment. That's some practicing receiving mode stuff. And we can't just talk about giving ourselves permission to receive. We have to practice that shit. And there are very simple ways for us to do it. For example, me saying 21 minutes early, I'm going to go. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Holding space at 9 p.m. and then right here on the live at 10 p.m. That's what we're going to do. Okay? I appreciate y'all. I'm super grateful. Truly, truly, truly. And tomorrow. Okay? Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's do it again, y'all. Tomorrow. Okay? I appreciate you. Nighty night.